Sale. Okay, so damn, this shit squeaky as hell.
Now you gotta delete all of that.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Té, Coffee, and Chisme. I'm your co-host Pancho,
And I'm your co-host Meije.
and this podcast is all about you guys and about our viewers. This is about lifestyle. This is about things we've gone through, our events in our lives and all that. We're just out here to talk to the community and see if anyone needs some sort of advice, some sort of place to go and listen to and just relax and breathe for a while. So with that being said, I feel like we should probably say who we are and why we want to be in the podcast.
So I'm AJ. I'm 27 years old. And I think one of the main reasons why we wanted to start this podcast was because we both are very opinionated people. We both like talking, and we're both Mexican American. And we both had the feeling that there aren't enough podcasts that are bilingual. So we wanted to go ahead and bring a just different take on podcasting. Between living in Mexico and living in the U.S., experiencing different things, being bilingual, hablando español, hablando inglés, just all our experiences with you guys included. We're going to go ahead and talk about lifestyle changes. We're going to go ahead and talk about the different things that go on in Hispanic communities, different household subjects. We're going to go ahead and also hit a lot of different foodie topics. We are both foodies, so that's definitely going to come in handy for a lot of you guys. We can go ahead and compartir recetas and just have a blast here introducing both of us. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about us, introducing ourselves, and to get to know you guys in further episodes. We're going to go ahead and answer some of your questions later on in the next episode. But for right now, it's all about us, and we're going to go ahead and let you guys into our world and show you guys a little bit more about us. So right now, I want to introduce you guys to Pancho. He is my cousin, my younger cousin, and I'm going to go ahead and give the mic to him so he can go ahead and introduce himself.
Like Meije said, this podcast is all about you guys, but for now, this episode is going to be about us and introducing ourselves to all of you. I'm Pancho, I'm 22, like she said, we're cousins, we're very connected, we've known each other for so long and have gone through a bunch that we just thought that since our conversations flow so well, we should start a podcast, knowing that both of us listen to different podcasts. We both have different views. We both have different things we've seen and experienced in life. And we want to share it with you guys and share it with each other and maybe find out things that we haven't thought about or haven't even experienced together. With that, I want to introduce a segment that we would always have in every episode that has to do with our podcast name. Again, our podcast name is Té, Coffee, and Chisme, henceforth what we're drinking today. I'm a very caffeined person. I love coffee. I've been studying to be a barista for a while. I know how to make my own coffee, whether it be with a machine or without a machine, how to make different types and all that. And today, my drink choice is a dark chocolate caramel cappuccino. I made it myself with my Nespresso machine. And what will you be drinking today?
I am more of a tea person, hence the name Té, Coffee, and Chisme. I'm not really a coffee person, but today I'm drinking an herbal tea with a hint of mandarina. I'm not really a coffee person at all. I probably have 1 to 2 coffees every year. Normally when I do have coffee, I'm in Mexico. And it's either in my abuelita's kitchen, I have some coffee that she makes me, or sadly, It's at a Mexican funeral for some reason. The coffee at Mexican funerals, if you know, you know. It is very good. It's like café de olla, but with a hint of piloncillo, so it's just a little bit sweeter. And it just has such a good flavor. But like I said, I am not a coffee person. You probably will never see me drink coffee in the States. It's going to be very rare. I'm going to leave all that coffee to Pancho.
With that, we come to our likes and dislikes. We want to talk about things that we like so you guys know what we're interested in and what we just feel like catches our attention. And with that, also our dislikes. We want to talk about what we think of negatively, what just makes us look the other way, and that sort we can talk to each other and figure out what we have in common and what we have that basically don't make us alike.
So, we're going to go ahead and give you guys 3 likes and 3 dislikes about ourselves. So you guys can go ahead and know us a little bit better, but at the same time, see what we have in common. Maybe we have more in common than you guys think. Maybe you guys are more of a Pancho person. Maybe you guys are more of a May person. You guys never know. So, Pancho, go ahead and give us your 3 likes.
I just transitioned into you, and then you transitioned. Okay, so from what I can think of from the top of my head is I love anything lemon based. I like lemon pie, lemonade. I like generally anything that consists of either having any sort of lemon essence or anything. Just the sour and sweet feeling of these tastes, just it elevates me. Another thing, like I've said before, is I love coffee. Any type of coffee, really. And I'm not much of a sweets person, but I go crazy for some cheesecake. Now, for dislikes, even though I do like coffee, I won't lie, I hate the taste of black coffee. I cannot drink coffee unless it has some sort of cream or sugar. Another thing, I do dislike tea a lot. I have my exceptions. Again, coming back to the lemon part, I think lemon tea and green tea are the only things I like. Another dislike. The dark. I don't like the dark. I mean, I can manage it if it's a hallway and I can slightly see like a little bit of shadow or something. That's completely fine. But if it's a whole room full of darkness where there's not a single crack of light, I get frightened. Not because of the actual darkness, but because I don't know what is lurking in the shadows. How about you, May?
My likes are the colors emerald green and a yellow, kind of like mango yellow. So that's my first like. My second like is music. I am a huge music fan of any kind. I listen to any kind of genre. I am also very, very into playing like different kinds of instruments. I was in band for a very long time. Right now, my biggest obsession is an accordion, which I will eventually have. I just haven't gotten there yet. And my last like I would want to say are my 2 adorable children, which are cats. I have 2 cats. Their name are Mittens and Lucas. Eventually you guys will be listening about stories about them or things about them here and there. But those are my three likes. My 3 dislikes, I'm not a person that has many dislikes, so this is very hard for me. My first dislike would be feminine colors or like anything feminine on me. I love feminine stuff on other people. It's just not me. I'm more of a tomboy, so in the summer you're always going to see me wearing shorts and t-shirts, and in the winter you're always going to see me wear jeans and a hoodie. So again, Also, being a Midwestern, we are located in a suburb near Chicago. We only wear hoodies. We do not wear winter coats. So you will not see me in a fluffy winter coat. You will see me in multiple hoodies. So I think that would be 2. And then... Actually, no, that's my first dislike. My second dislike is seafood. I am not a seafood fan. The smell, I just can't do it, you know. The only exception that I have with seafood is sushi. I don't know why. I really don't know. A lot of people would literally say, why can you not eat cooked seafood? Instead, have sushi? Like, wouldn't it be the other way around? I don't know, but I can only eat sushi, and I cannot eat, like, a cooked fish. Like, something about a cooked fish looking at me is a no. Also, like, the smell of it, I can't. I used to be able to eat breaded shrimp, but I can't anymore. So, that's my second dislike. And if I had to pick a third dislike, I think it would be tacos de tripa y tacos de lengua. Those are 2 of the things that I cannot eat either. So, those are probably the things that I dislike the most. That's it.
Alright. I gotta talk about this. So, first off, I'm gonna change my dislike. One of my dislikes, mittens. I'm bringing this up because she is such a troublemaker. I love Lucas to death. She's such a fluffy, chunky cat. But mittens, oh my gosh, the amount of fights, the amount of things ripped up, bitten, or things that she just knocks over. I love her too, but I cannot stand her sometimes. Again, nothing against her. I love her. I treat them both not really equally. I love Lucas more, but anyways, with that being said, what? Tacos de tripa and lengua?
Yeah, it's a texture thing. I can't.
Really? See, I have a bunch of sensory issues when it comes to things, which is why I don't like things with seeds. But tacos de tripa and lengua are so good.
Also, just so you guys know, both of us used to work at a grocery store that was family owned. We no longer work there, but in my times of working there, I have seen how they prepare these meats and how they clean the tripas. And let me tell you guys, I didn't eat tripa before that. But if I had any doubt on wanting to eat it, that took it away from me. This one time, I'm going to share this little story right here. This one time, there were no customers. I was working the late shift and I was a cashier. There were no customers and they told me, go ahead and put a pair of gloves on and help us in the back. So I went down to the kitchen. They had us help, clean up the tripas. And let me just say, it was the most disgusting job ever. I have no idea why people eat tacos de tripas. But I will never, hear me out, I will never eat it. It's also like a texture thing. Like I said, it's very I don't know. I personally feel like it's very elasticy, very plasticky. I don't like it. And then with the tongue, the lengua, just because I know it's a lengua and I see how it is, I just also don't. My dad is also from a rancho in Mexico, and one time they had to kill one of the cows for a wedding. And I saw how they cut the tongue from the cow. And ever since then, too, I will not eat tacos de lengua. So I have my reasons on why I won't eat them. I am traumatized. So I do have my reasonings on that. I know a lot of you people did not want all that
gore
detail. But that is my reason on why I don't eat those 2 things.
See, I love myself some taco de lengua and tripa. The thing is, I've only ever witnessed a pig, I guess, get mutilated or just cut up into like a taco or like a torta or something. But in terms of like the whole working at a supermarket, it's been about 4 years since I last worked there. And yeah, I've cleaned some meats here and there. I've chopped up veggies. I've chopped up a fruit, and whether it be cleaning like a tripa, a cabeza, lengua, whatever it was, it's always bad. There's always a mess, either on you, on the floor, on a sink, wherever it is. But hey, you're traumatized, but you got a good taco on your plate.
Hell no. I also, if I had to pick a fourth dislike, I would put birria. The reason why I would put birria is because, also going back to my ranch days in Mexico, this one time I was going to feed the feed the goats and the sheep that my tios had in another terreno back in the rancho. So we wake up early, we go and feed them, and then they tell me, hey, you walk back with this borreguito. And I said, okay, cool. So I walked all the way back to my grandma's house with the borreguito. I named it George. Everything was going really good with George. He was, a little borreguito blanco, bien bonito. And then my mom told me, hey, they're going to go ahead and make la cena for later tonight because we were going to have a party. And my mom told me to go with her back to the city to go buy vegetables. Well, let's just say that when I came back, George was no longer alive. And George's head was hanging and there was a bucket underneath it. And I checked underneath the bucket and it was full of blood. So now, ever since, I want to say I was probably 14 years old. So I was, fresh out of 8th grade. Yeah, it was a very traumatizing experience. And then later that night at the party, we were like, oh, ¿qué vamos a comer? And one of my cousins said, maybe if my cousin didn't say it, I wouldn't have thought anything about it. But one of my cousins did say, nos estamos comiendo a Jorge. And so that made me never want to eat birria again. And I did not eat.
Dude, I want a bowl of Jorge. That sounds good now. I have never had birria in my life up until probably 2 to 3 years ago. And as much as I get connected to animals, for example the cats and stuff, I don't think I would ever get connected to a farm animal unless for sure I own it and I know I'm not gonna kill it. Because if it's someone else's farm animal, whether it be my uncles or my grandmas or my aunts or anything, I know that, especially in Mexico, I know that has the lifespan of probably 2 to 3 tacos. I don't think I could ever have connections like that with a goat or a sheep or anything. I do want a cow in the future, though. I know for sure in my house I want a little cow.
A mini cow.
A mini cow. A little baby cow.
Okay, so we do have one more thing lined up for you guys, which we're going to go ahead and have in some of our episodes in the future, too. So we have a card game. It's called Quality Time and Topic Tables. Table Topics. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. I'm not, but I read that wrong. So it's called Table Topics Original. So we're going to go ahead and pull 2 cards from there, and we're going to go ahead and give our opinion on these 2 questions. And I'm going to read them both in Spanish and in English. So the question is, si tuvieras todo el dinero disponible, ¿qué tipo de fiesta harías y dónde? So, if money were no object, what kind of party would you throw and where?
Okay, you want me to answer first?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So, si tuviera todo el dinero, every bit of cent that I could, I would most likely do it in a beach area. Not something basic I want to go to the Bahamas or something. No, any beach I can, as long as I can pay someone to keep it a private property type thing for just that day. I would love to have it. Have a bouncy castle that jumps into the beach, have a poolside, some jacuzzis, have bars here and there, mariachi or a band playing, a little stage. Oh my gosh, and having people go through like renting a boat or like a yacht or something, just like a beach themed party. It doesn't even have to be like, oh, someone's birthday or anything. I'm like, nope, everyone I know, I want them to come, and they don't even gotta bring anything. I got them.
Okay. If I had all the money, or well, if money was no object for me, I think I would have. Oh man, that's hard for me because I don't know where the location would be. You get me?
Don't think of it as a city or like a state or anything. Think of it like what it would be. Like, for example, my beach thing, I don't care what beach it would be as long as it's a beach.
Yeah, but
¿No lo quieres en las montañas?
I don't like sand. Like
¿No lo
that.
quieres hacer en las montañas? En un rancho, like whichever rancho you
I
can?
think I would do it in a rancho.
Mm-hmm.
I would also do like varios grupos. If I had to pick anybody at all to come, like artist wise, I think I would go ahead and do Alfredo Olivas. I'm in my Alfredo Olivas era right now. Who else would I have? I am currently looking through my Spotify as we're talking about this right now. I think I would also have Fade.
Ooh.
Fade, I'm a big Fade fan, and Junior H.
Young Miko?
Young Miko.
We just saw Young Miko
I'm
like
a
month ago.
Young Miko fan too, so I don't know. It would be very weird. I don't think it would be like necessarily rancho based or like themed. I'm just saying it would be in a rancho. Maybe like, let's say kind of like music festival type party where we have varios stages and you can go see Young Miko and Fade in one stage. You can go see Junior H with like Peso Pluma and Nata in another stage. And then you can go see like, I don't know, like Morat on another stage. I'm also a big Morat fan. I know they're going up in the world right now, so I'm very proud of them because I was there from when they first started. But definitely like a music, centered party. And I feel like I would definitely be like those people that have weddings and they have like, that midnight snack taco truck come in. So maybe like a taco truck, maybe unas maruchanes preparadas, elotes, paleteros, like just everything, like Mexican themed, but not Mexican decorations. You get me? Like just Mexican food because I feel like that's one of my favorite types of foods. And then the music part, I don't know what the decoration part would be. I would need to think about that, but definitely just a place, maybe we could even do like some, water slides, foam pit, I don't know, something fun around those lines.
And I feel like they'll fit you very well and fit everyone we know because whether or not like we have a bunch of friends or not, most of the time they would be of our same raza. Like, yeah, we have friends who are American, who might be coming from, say, I don't know, London or something, just of different like ethnicities, different cultures and stuff. Whether we have those friends or not, I feel like most of our percentage are Latinos, people that always have grown up through a ranch or have always been speaking Spanish. And I feel like even if people don't know really that race, they like the food. The food always brings everyone on.
The culture.
Yeah.
I definitely think that, like, speaking on my terms, I think like 80% of the people that I know are Mexican or Hispanic, just not necessarily Mexican, but Hispanic, algo de Latino, where they're Spanish speaking. So definitely that, and that 20% of the people that are not Spanish speaking, they still love the culture, they still love the food, they still love everything, especially my coworkers. I do work in an office, and the majority of them are Caucasian, and they devour Mexican food. Like, literally, they love Mexican food. So I know that wouldn't be an issue. Y'all are invited to the carne asada too, so don't worry. Going with that, now that question is answered, I want to go ahead and ask you the next question. In Spanish, ¿con quién te gustaría cambiar de lugar por un mes? Who would you like to trade places with for 1 month?
There's so many options, so many people. Okay, in terms of, like, are we talking about, like, artists? Anyone. Or are we talking about anyone?
Anyone.
I know most people would be like, oh, I would love to be, switch places with, whichever, like, year or was, this president or that, mayor and stuff. Someone with high power, not me, honestly. I do not want to be the center of attention. In terms of, like, policies and, like, city, like, you know, big major choices, I could care less if I was president. Politics, yeah, but in terms of, you know, I would have to say my favorite band, I have tattoos of them. My favorite band is Bring Me the Horizon. I love them so much. I love them to death. I've been listening to them since they released Suicide Season, and their albums have always inspired me. My favorite album is That's the Spirit, but if I could switch places with Ollie Sykes, not just to, like, experience his tours or anything from his point of view, but to be able to listen to those unreleased songs or those songs in progress, oh, I would love it so much.
Okay, I think if I could trade a place with somebody for 1 month, it would be... I would probably be hated as a person, though. It would be Elon Musk. I know a lot of people don't like him, but hear me out. With this man being almost the first trillionaire in the world, for 1 month, whatever damage I do for 1 month will literally make one little teeny tiny dent on the amount of money that this man has. So I could literally help save a percentage of world hunger with that money. I can, you know, basically be giving not the secret on how to make a Tesla, but the secret on how to grow a business, even more successful than Tesla, even more successful than SpaceX. I don't know if any of you, you know, this is going a little bit off topic, but currently or recently on Instagram and on, like, different web pages, they just said that there's going to be an all electronic vehicle made 100% in Mexico by 100% Mexican produced, and, you know, all the people that made every single part of this car, which is going to be an electric vehicle, is Mexican made. So everything about that car is Mexican made, owned, processed, everything. And it's only going to cost $8,000. Like $8,000 US.
Oh my gosh.
When Tesla, you're looking at the lowest amount is possibly like 20,000, like 28,000. And that might be for a used Tesla. I'm not talking about a new Tesla. If you want a new Tesla, it would be way more than that. But going back to my Elon Musk, you know, experience, if I was Elon Musk for a whole month, I would definitely go ahead and, you know, look for organizations to help out with, you know, start helping on world hunger. That man has so much money that he could definitely help the world, you know, just become a better place. Help people, you know, do better. I know he just opened a facility in Monterrey. So definitely, you know, go to Monterrey, help the people of Monterrey, help different people in different parts of Mexico, especially the places that, you know, need it the most. We are not from Monterrey, by the way, just so you guys know. We are from Guanajuato. So, you know, sending my love to Guanajuato, but sending my love to all Mexico. I would definitely want to go ahead and help like Cancun and all the places that were Acapulco, all the places that were hit by the hurricane lately. Maybe even send some help to Tampa where they just got hit with a hurricane also. So I would definitely do good with whatever money or power I get. Definitely put a good, do good with the time that I have being a famous person with a ton of money.
Shout out to Guanacareo, my favorite water place. I loved it since I was a kid, and I will continue to love it as an adult.
Well, it's called, Guanacareo is the city. The town, I should say. Guanacareo, Michoacan, is a town where we go to the water parks whenever we go to Mexico. But the actual place that Pancho wants to shout out is called Vista Bella. And that water park is literally our childhood water park. We literally have gone there forever. So that place holds a ton of memories for us.
Yeah, whether it be the little slides or the little cave that I always hit my head on. I love it so much. And I went there recently as an adult. I think 3 years ago now it might have been a little bit later. But I got to experience it as an adult. I completely forgot everything about that year, but I do remember seeing more than just the kids section, and I still love it to this day. We've been to Estapa, we've been to Guanacareo. I've gone to beaches in Wisconsin lately, and which are completely so beautiful. Even the hidden beaches and lakes over there. I love it. But the whole Elon Musk thing that you're talking about, did you know that he actually went up in rank? He was the second richest man in the world, and now he's the first.
Yeah, well, that's why I said he's potentially our next or only, trillionaire.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would do with the money if I were Elon Musk. So, we're gonna start wrapping this episode up, and we just want to go ahead and talk to you guys about a possible schedule for this podcast. This is our first podcast, so most likely it's going to be released on a Wednesday. So we will possibly record and release an episode every 2 weeks until we get the hang of it, with the editing, with we do have a couple plans coming up soon, so we don't have the time to actually record. So we're going to go ahead and do every 2 weeks, and we will let you guys know what the next episode is eventually. It's going to be a very special one. We already know what the topic is, what we're going to talk about. So go ahead and subscribe, save, do everything, follow, share this podcast so we can go ahead and get more viewers and get up there. And we're gonna go ahead and let you guys put leave us in the comments below anything you guys want us to talk about in future podcasts. What are your 3 likes? What are your 3 dislikes? Do you guys like any of our likes? Do you guys dislike any of our stuff? Who are you most relating to in this podcast? It's still the first episode, so we still have a lot to discover about each other. But are you more of a Pancho person, or are you more of a May person?
Yeah, and again, like she said, let us know everything we can improve on. Let us know about topics you'd like us to discuss, whether it be things that you don't know about or things that you want us to know about. If it's something that we have never heard of course, we'll do our research. We'll talk about our opinions on that. And like she said, we'll be all over the place. Most likely, our schedule would be record on weekends, upload on Wednesdays, because outside of this podcast, this being our first time doing it and everything, we do have full-time jobs. The good thing is that we have weekends off. We both have the same schedule in terms of that, but we do have future plans for this podcast, whether it's improving equipment, whether it's improving ourselves, whether it's improving whether it be like social media. be platforms. It'll be all over the place, and we would like your help. If you guys could share it, if you guys could send it to someone, even just spread the name out there. If someone is curious about what that is and they can search it up and find it themselves, go ahead, let them. We'll greatly appreciate that.
Just so you guys keep in mind, and I want to mention this right now because, like I said, it is our first podcast. And I do know that this podcast has a future. It has a lot of potential. So I just want to let you guys know what moment where we are right now. Right now, we are in my brother's bedroom, using his equipment. This is his mic, his computer, and everything because we don't have anything set up right now. At the moment, our future podcast room is being renovated, cleaned out and everything. So as soon as that's all, up and dandy and cleaned up and everything, we have everything set up. Our mics and soundboard and everything, come in once ordered and everything, because they are also not ordered. But once everything comes in and, we get the hang of it and everything, we promise to give you guys, better quality. That's something that we do want to improve on. We want to give you guys a more structured podcast. None of this is scripted, by the way. We're just looking at a couple notes that we wrote up on our phones. But we do appreciate if any of you guys want to go ahead and send us any questions. We're going to go ahead and set up an Instagram account, which eventually, hopefully in the next podcast, we'll go ahead and add it. So you guys can go ahead and follow us, send us questions from there, and then we'll go ahead and upload, clips and stuff like that, so you guys can go ahead and share us from there also.
How May J talked about earlier, she works at an office and all that, so she's always on a computer. She most likely will be busy, and she also gets out later than I do. I currently already run my own social media, personal social media and stuff. So, I most likely will be in charge of the social media, whether it be posting little clips, little snippets, little teasers into the upcoming podcast episodes and all that. If you guys have any questions, even if it's through Instagram or through anything that you guys could link us down below and stuff, and we'll leave the Instagram handle right now. The Instagram handle is De Coffee y Chisme. All together, TECOFFEYCHISME. So if you guys could give us a follow, you guys could like anything that we post or whatever, or just share it. We'll greatly appreciate that. Again, bless you. Again, we greatly appreciate you guys' effort in listening and sharing and all that, and we'll be here for the next one. Any last words, May J?
Nope, nomás que se cuiden y que si se van a portar mal nos inviten.
For real, dude. Well, que la pasen bien. Adios.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Post-editing Pancho here. Just want to let you guys know that not only is our Instagram set up, but we also ended up setting up our Gmail. So if you guys would like to send us an email with your questions or topics or anything, please let us know. The Gmail would be tecoffeeandchisme@gmail.com. TECOFFEEYCHISME@gmail.com. Thanks everyone for watching.